I have a very, very simple definition of enlightenment. It's because it's such a loaded word. You know, we grow up with this idea, we kind of hear this mystical term of enlightenment, and we think it's going to be something that is extremely out of our reach, and it's almost magical. So what I keep it really very simple. The process that I share and teach is just to become supremely comfortable with all experience. It just keeps it very tangible, completely comfortable with all experience, whatever's going on. If we can arrive at that, then we will be in a position to live our lives in a very enjoyable way. So that's what I would begin to say. That's the goal here, is to completely be comfortable with all experience. So with that said, just close your eyes for a moment and just begin to pay attention to the sensations in the body. So all sensations when your eyes are closed, so we remove the visual field, and what you're left with is this ocean of sensations. And within that ocean of sensations, they are multitude of thoughts. And some of these thoughts we are aware of because they're gross thoughts. You might be thinking something now and you can observe that thought. But amongst these gross thoughts, if you really look, there's many, many, many micro thoughts. And these micro thoughts, they construct your reality. So with your eyes closed and you're sensing your body and you're hearing my voice, and alongside that, there's an interpretation of what's being said. Where is the division between the inside and the outside? Where is this division between what's happening inside and what's happening outside? And if you notice, it's an array of tiny thoughts that quickly qualify experience as being internal and external. So my voice would be labeled as being external because it's coming from your speakers. But where are you perceiving this voice? And if you pay attention to your body sitting on the surface, that's an interesting one because it's sort of inside, but it's sort of outside. Generally, when our eyes are closed, we perceive most experiences as being internal. Unless we attach thought to a sound that we then say is external, like a car pressing its horn. So the reason why I decided to begin this session with this meditation of observing where things occur and how we divide them, because the key tenet of the end of suffering is the end of separation, in that the separation never actually occurs. It's always created. And it's great that it's created because babies don't have separation, which makes them very vulnerable. So our caregivers one of their primary functions is to teach us the art of separation. And they literally train us. Our minds help because they're very aligned with this learning, but we learn the art of separation. And this is a great thing. But the consequence of that learning is with separation comes the possibility of suffering. So when we become adults, certain people are drawn to this field of study to inquire into your nature. So focus on a body part like your feet. And then focus on your hands. And there might be a visual thought as an image describing your feet and hands. So just dispense with that image for a moment and explore the relationship between the sensation of feet and the sensation of hands without the image of the body. And what we can perhaps notice is it's just vibrating sensations in a sea of consciousness. And if you dissolve all of the micro thoughts that create this internal and external landscape and the illusory barrier between the two, what you can perhaps observe is an ocean of sensation, completely inseparable from an ocean of knowing. You cannot have the sensation of feet without the knower. And you cannot find the knower without the sensations. And this is the most intimate understanding of not two-ness that you can have. The knower is inseparable from the known, and the known is inseparable from the knower. And the main practice that I teach is to allow all appearances to reveal their inseparability from the conscious being that you are by leaving them as they are. They arise as consciousness They abide as consciousness, and they subside as consciousness. And they never depart from it. And if you explore this in your own experience, in your own life, you will become increasingly comfortable with whatever appears. And that is when Sat Chit Ananda, the bliss of knowing oneself, becomes most palpable. Rising, abiding, subsiding. An orchestra of perfect presence. The dynamic energy of one's being the beneficial potency of who you are. And with that, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes.